Welcome, guys. I'm Al.
I'm Patrick.
And this is the Call to Whiskey.
All hail cow.
Today we're talking about Laphroaig Lore.
Woo-wee! One of my favorite whiskeys.
This is going to be a good episode. Let's take a look. Welcome back. So today's whiskey is an Islay single malt. It's a non-age statement whiskey, but they use 7 to 21-year-old whiskey in here, which is a nice spread. It's 48% ABV, so it's non-chill filtered, but they do use E150 added to it. They use E150 in the rest of the core line, so you can just assume this was going to have E150 added to it as well. They use 5 different types of whiskey in here. They use quarter casks, first fill ex-bourbon casks, refill ex-bourbon casks, sherry casks, and sherry hogsheads.
You know, you forgot to mention they use delicious casks. Now shut up and let's drink your whiskey.
History time. Laphroaig was founded in 1810 by Alexander and Donald Johnson, although official production did not begin until 5 years later. This bottle was given the name Lore in reference to the skills passed down over the generations of making Laphroaig. Living beside the equally famous Lagavulin has not always been easy, and there were usual fights over water access. But today, the feeling is more one of mutual respect. For more history and info on Laphroaig, check out our video of their sherry cask, linked above and below. Alright, let's take a look at the nose. That's great on the nose. I mean, you get a lot of the classic Laphroaig notes, right? You get that that strong peat and that brine, but beyond that, there's that sherry cask and like you get those raisins and jam. It's like a lemon peel. You're still getting that ashy note. Yeah,
it's that you get that sweetness.
Yeah,
that
it's like graham crackers.
Yeah, I could see that.
And honey and just more dark fruit and jam, all with that peat note just throughout the entire time. Like you're still getting that sweet note on there, but
yeah, and it doesn't go too far in the peat. It doesn't get into the weird metallic. Doesn't get that weird super heavy brine. Just that again.
Let's take a look at that.
I like it a lot.
I mean, dark, oily, peaty. You know, again, you get some of that sherry there, but it's behind all that strong. You know, I'd give more metallic on the taste than I do the nose. I didn't get any metallic on the taste. I mean, on the nose, but I get on the taste.
I always think that taste is more iodine.
Yeah,
so like the seafood.
Yeah.
But
you definitely get that iodine.
And very, very light pepper. You know, not that traditional pepper that you get in most Islas. You also will get
getting that like orange peel and that like sea floral note.
Also a little bit nutty, but not woody. Extremely smoky. Like let's also reiterate that, you know, good Islas, in my opinion, always have, you know, like that really, really pronounced smoke, but it's not so strong that it'll just knock you out. It's not one of those like really heavy port charlottes. It's extremely flavorful and you can still taste it. And you can taste all the other complexities, which is very nice, I think.
You know what I'm getting? That peach cobbler. And last time I was in Texas, what was that? What place was that?
Terry Black's Barbecue.
Terry Black's Barbecue. Had
That's actually funny. I can't wait to bring the...
Yeah, had a peach cobbler, and that's what I'm getting on the taste.
Oh, that's too funny now. I'm not gonna drink this whiskey anytime I go pick that up.
And the finish is long and dry, as you would expect. It's very long. Like it lingers. Like
this is
not going away.
A better Islay. It is a great. I mean, if you experience a lot of Islas, then you would enjoy this more.
Yeah, I mean, so I appreciate a lot of the stuff coming out of Laphroaig, but I know you, Patrick, and I know you hate Laphroaig most of the time. This is your favorite Laphroaig. I know.
I'm also a Lagavulin person.
Yeah.
But you know, like I do respect what they did here. This is one of my favorite whiskeys, honestly. And
the funny thing is, Laphroaig Lore has a lot of haters out there. Okay, so if you look at a lot of like message boards and reviews, a lot of people hate Laphroaig Lore, and I'm just gonna go out and say it. This is my favorite Laphroaig, and so if you don't like this Laphroaig,
no, maybe you just have bad taste. Yeah, right? It's okay. Sometimes, you know, like I have a beautiful fiance. You know, maybe you have a handsome fiance. And that's okay. We are allowed to disagree. There's beauty in life with difference.
No,
this is beautiful.
I can see why people don't like Laphroaig in general.
In general,
Yeah,
I understand if that's the
Yeah.
angle you're going for.
I get that. I can see why people don't like Laphroaig in general, but people that like Laphroaig don't like Laphroaig lore, which is very interesting to me.
I find it very strange.
Yeah.
Laphroaig is just a very great entry level. It's if you're new to experiencing things.
The Laphroaig, the Laphroaig lore is unlike anything else in their core line. And I think that's what turns off a lot of people.
I think that's a good explanation. It doesn't taste like Laphroaig. It tastes better. It tastes like an Ardbeg. It tastes like a Lagavulin.
Yeah. You're definitely getting some of the traditional Laphroaig notes in there, but it's a lot more complex and refined in a way that I think is, I don't know. This is my favorite Laphroaig, and I've had everything out of Laphroaig, and this is definitely my favorite out of their core.
I don't want to be snooty about it. I just think that it's so far superior to the other Laphroaig that I've had and enjoyed. And again, I'll drink everything. And again, this bottle did not exist when I started drinking Laphroaig, and this changed my mind. This instantly, I say, it's almost better than Lagavulin.
Why don't you put some water in there? A few drops of water, and any of the spiky bits are gone. But it's definitely a lot smokier and like heathery. When you add a little bit of water, it's a very oily whiskey. So the moment you put a drop of water in there, it's really going to open up.
Yeah, it kind of polishes it out. It roughs down. Any of the rough spots get a little smoothed over.
That graham cracker I was getting from those is right there on the palate with a drop of water in there.
I can see that honey graham cracker. It still has that smoke back end, and again, it's extremely smoky. That's one of those ones that it does hit a lot of people. I really feel it kind of is in the same vein as the Ardbeg committee releases, where they have something like the Super Peats and that, and it's really kind of a different step. It's just so easy to drink, although it mutes it a bit, but I think it's because it's so peated.
It's so beautiful. Even with ice, you get that sherry and that peat note, and it doesn't break down so much that it's unidentifiable. Water, neat, ice, it doesn't matter. This whiskey is a winner all day long.
Yeah, it deserves to be in anyone's collection. What is the price point for this bad boy?
It's 100 to 150, with the average in our area being about 120. And
can I humble brag? I did get it for 90, and I wanted to buy 2 bottles, but I just wasn't smart.
When you bought it for 90, they had mislabeled it.
Yeah, that's true, but I'm saying that's where I said humble brag. It is to me. This was a special occasion whiskey. I tried it with you a couple years ago, and it was just.
As far as I'm concerned, it's definitely a top shelf whiskey. It punches well above its weight class at even that 120 or 150 level.
Oh yeah, if you can pick it up for less than 120, you're stealing it. I think the first time I had this, Lagavulin was $65 compared to 110. I almost say this is better by almost twice.
Well, on that note, today's toast is, may you always have a clean shirt
and a clean conscience
and enough money in your pocket to buy another dram.
All hail cow.
That's a good whiskey.
What are you dancing on my tongue?